Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard with 5 shovels and a couple more containers. I have no real idea exactly what I'm going to do, but I have a vague plan, and it starts with adding colors adding colors when they'll come out to the areas I want to add for a landscape. And I'm not sure how any of this is going to work, especially since everything seems to have sealed up on me while I went in. Alright, so I have been enjoying the heck out of purple skies, so I'm just going to keep doing that. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to just use my shovels to add stripes to things. I think I might want to switch that one. So that'll be my water. And I'll just keep putting colors that are watery for me in there. And what else? I have a nicer color. I have another color. Where's my color? I make colors up all the time by using unicorn spit added into things. So you have to forgive me if I don't always tell you the color. And then a little added Floetrol, just for good measure. And maybe just a little bit of, I might have to stir that in. And that was Prussian blue. So what else for my sky? I'm not going to worry about my sky right now. Maybe I will put another layer for my sky. And I want that to be all oranges. Do I really? Good question. We shall see what happens. This may or may not work. It might be just pretty stripes in the end. So I'm going to use some greens in both locations. And I am looking to make some cells, I guess. I'm going to dribble a little bit of that on the top of that. And whatever else I need in between, I'll put squeeze bottles right down in between. The reason I put these other containers out here is because if you had these full of paint, you could pretty much do the same thing. You could also incorporate a dustpan, which may come in the future at some point in time. So that's why I decided to show you those. Those are available in the party section in Michael's. There we go. Let's do that. And while we're at it, where's some of my magenta? I'm almost full there. I want to grab some of my greens. I've got a bronze. I like the gold and the purple. Here's some purple. There's a little bit of purple there. There's a little gold here. Some gold there. What else do I want in there? Put a little more of that. Now this is going to be really strange. Like I said, I haven't done this before. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for that. Perfect. That was a turquoise metallic. Let me see if I've got everything in there I want. I want to throw one more odd color in there. That's really not the color I wanted. Okay. Let's grab this. And it's open. It's so cool when they're open. Just wonderful. I don't even know if I'm going to like that color, but I'll give it a shot. And I've got some iridescent, it's color shifting orange that I don't ever use, so this is going to be totally weird and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to start, let it all drain out, and hopefully I'll be able to use some of those colors. Seems to be more in some than in the others. So I'm just going to be patient for a minute, let those colors drain out. Pretty shovels. I think if I could lower everything down to the same state, to the same level, if I could tip the canvas, I am going to use now Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula because I'm tired of wasting the paint. I'm just going to wipe that off over there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. That orange is something I made up with 24 karat gold and and some leftover orange I had in the bottom of a container. And if I like something and I want it to be at the next location above or below, I'll just add it via the bottle. In the meantime, I'm not getting all the paint out of my shovels, but I'm going to keep trying. So they're sort of kind of the same width across. I don't think it matters if I have little splotches or not. I'm not sure. Someday I might just go ahead and, oh, I think I'm going to want some copper in there. I might even want a few more colors in there. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just give myself permission right now to look at what I've got and see what I might want in there. Like in... That did not come out anymore. Okay, so that was a sign to not put that in there. And I really would like to make sure most of these are shaken. And I said I wanted some copper, and the copper is right in front of me. That's not it, that's not it. Maybe the bronze. I think the bronze. And maybe some purple too. Let's put that right in there. Let's do a little fill in before we tip. Because these colors are supposed to go across, all the way across, and they're not convincing me that that's going to happen right yet. So I'm just going to keep adding stuff I like the look of to make my rose bigger. So I like that purple, and I'm going to give myself, where's my white metallic from Anita's? I'm going to give myself some more of that. No idea what this is going to look like. This is really bizarre. That's not coming out. Yeah, I got some. That's not even the color I was expecting to use. There it is, I found it. And there's some more of it. These are magentas, and this one is adjusted down to pink. I don't even remember how I did that. And that is an iridescent. It came from Master Art Minds. All right, I'm so close to being satisfied. Right? You think? I don't think so. But I'm going to take my shovels, and in spite of the fact that I'm wasting some paint, aren't they cute? I'm going to put them in the bucket. I just had a leaping lizard right across my face. Got this color that's very simple. I mixed this color, and that's how close it is to the folk art. Now, what I need more than anything is an edge catcher, and the one I left myself out here is really wide, so I got to be a little careful. I'm tempted to let them all meld together a little bit. I'm also tempted by all kinds of things. Like to make sure I get what I want by adding it now. What do I want at the bottom? I kind of want something a little different. Yeah, I see that thing in there. All right, what else? Okay, back to the edge catcher. What did I do with it? It was right here. It's right there. Now, as soon as I get close, I'm going to go back the other way. And I'm going to just adjust that edge catcher over. So if I have to. Now, I didn't go all the way to my edges for a reason, and that reason is so that I don't automatically lose all my paint. Now, if I switch my canvas around and my edge catcher around, I should have the same colors, except for I don't have the right-handed. I'm going to try it anyway. Not into the painting. Oh, please. Thank you. I forget. I forget things all kinds of times, but mostly the one thing that you should never forget is to leave a huge flap of edge catcher to flop into your painting. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of the paint on my hands in a second. Like right now. That was bad. I can't operate with old paint running down my arm. I just can't do it. But I do have good edge catcher paint, and I can take it off with a spatula. And right now, I think all I'm concerned with is to see if I can join the little bits and pieces, and then I should be able to use the edge catcher more correctly, which is a good lesson for everybody, honestly. Don't leave floppy, wide edge catchers where they can become a problem. And I don't actually mind that there's some anomalous color on my spatula, because as I added in the rest of the color, it's just going to make things more interesting. Except for I really don't want to put that anywhere near my sky. And I really have other edge catchers around here, so I think if I go and look for them, I'll probably find them. I'm just sort of going to accept whatever my fate is. Let me grab an OXO omelet turning spatula right here and take what colors? Take the greens off. Put those down there. This is a rescue mission now. It's okay. When things change, that's not the end of the world. I am going to want to get rid of all that paint along there. I don't mind if it's a little different. I don't want any of the brownish bronze stuff in the sky, though. Nothing's going to keep me from using my colors if I get the opportunity. I could definitely fill in with some more colors, and I may do that. I've got this blue here I can use right in there. I'm going to scrape that off because I might want... I just splashed myself. Oh well, cluster. So I've got very few colors left on my edge catcher. And what I'm going to do right now, other than take that green out of there and that bubble out of there, or whatever that is, come here thing. That's a bubble. Is that a bubble? I don't know. I'm getting lumps. So this is really a good lesson to see, because it shows you that you can fill in. And if I was really interested in allowing myself to show you guys, and we'll see if I can do this in a second, because I've got 2 minutes left, and that's not really very much. I'll try and blow some of the things in place. That was something. What was that? Something just came out of there. Alright, so what I want to do is take my straw right now and get rid of that line and that spatula. There's enough blue paint there so it will go over. There's enough paint at the top so that if I use a spatula to integrate it, it'll work out for me. I could put a bead of orange paint right over the top, or I could just run my finger along and force some down over the edge. At least that's mostly covered right now. I'm just filling holes. I said I was going to use a basting brush. I guess I will. And I've got more color there than I want on my basting brush, so drag a little more. I don't know if you can see all that or not. I'm going to rinse that off and use it down below. And no matter how clumsy that was, it's still pretty cool. So, practice makes perfect for all of us. And I am as close as I need to be to calling it done, and I've got 19 seconds. And I could tip this to adjust the layers, and I might do that. I'd like those edge catcher lines to go away. I'm just going to let all that green paint integrate itself. I love these stripescapes. Absolutely. I got 2 minutes to tell you guys. I do sell my artwork. I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I attempt to pay for my art supplies by allowing you guys to see what I like on the Amazon link underneath Show More, underneath the video. If you shop there, it's at no added cost to you. And eventually, if you shop there enough, it helps me out. If enough people go there. So, I'm so close. I don't know whatever makes me think I can get one of these done in 20 minutes anyway, but it's worth a try. And my sides are pretty well covered. So I'm going to turn that around for you guys while I torch and try and remember what I'm supposed to tell you. There's my crib sheet. So please share my videos if you get the opportunity. And I'm going to fix my top and my bottom. Actually, I'm going to fix that little spot right now. I'm going to fix my top and my bottom after you guys are gone. I'm not going to worry about anything that needs to have some extra paint put in it, like this, because I'm pretty sure it's all going to come out in the wash. If I wanted to tip, I certainly could. I torched to release the bubbles in the paint. My paint pouring recipe is underneath the video. Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links are also under the video. If you're looking for a Facebook group to join that are doing paint pouring, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is my group where people can ask me questions and share their work. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More on Facebook also is the place where you can see what I've been posting on Fine Art America and Pixels.com since 2013. Teespring underneath the video has my designs on all over print leggings and all over print t-shirts and a whole lot of other things that are not all over but that are still cool. This is a very impressionist, very abstract scape, and that's okay with me. I love you guys. There's almost 86,000 of you. If you would like to be of assistance to me, please watch the videos longer. It's really the only thing that the YouTube algorithm understands, and it gives better placement to people whose videos are watched longer. I have 1,200 videos, and you can find them on my channel along with PayPal and Patreon. If you're interested in supporting the studio, a $10 minimum donation will get you into the monthly drawing, and there are 15 paintings, and you can see the prizes on the exhibition video on the end screen of any video. You get 3 paintings this month out of those 15 if you happen to have your name drawn. I don't even have 20 people in the drawing yet, so there's a very great possibility for anybody in there. The odds are in your favor, no doubt. All this strange stuff over on the side for me just adds a whole lot of interest, and I'm willing to accept the fact that accidental art has its own charm. And there was a lot of work involved in this accidental art. So check your notifications, and thank you for subscribing, and give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. And what else? Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors has as many of the edited artworks from YouTube as I could possibly manage so far, which is probably not all of them by any stretch, 400 short. But if you're interested in purchasing anything, I do sell my artwork, and I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery going, you're probably gone. Oh, you're still here, wow. So you're going to have to